My name is Brian Theiss, and I've been involved in sports for 31 years. Well, what makes TheissCare different than other programs? It's extremely comprehensive. We take everything into consideration, from age, disease, from lifestyles, into stresses in life, regardless if you're an executive, a business professional, or just someone trying to get through life. I was introduced to Marc Pro through Darren, Kavinoky, and Gaffney, and they had these two athletes that I had to get prepared to take off from Santa Monica, and they were going to bike, run, and cycle any way they can get back to New York City, and now they have actually completed it. Their overall goal was being healthy, but huge muscular endurance. So when you're doing anywhere between 60 miles to 100 to 110 miles a day, that is massive. The abuse on the body for that is so massive. You have to have such a device like Marc Pro to really get you through that. That's why if you look at it, I think there's been less than 400 people who have done what they've done. And if it wasn't for Marc Pro device, he probably wouldn't have made it. So I had to take this incredible athlete that kind of got away, because life kind of does that to us, and I had to bring him back to an intensity that most professional athletes spend their whole life to get to, and I had to do this in a relatively short period of time. Then I had another gentleman, Kyle, do the same thing. Now, he was younger, so we have an individual that is in his 50s and an individual that is in his 20s, and I had to bridge the gap. I'm telling you, Marc Pro made that reasonable quick, because as I'm working with this intensity with these two different ages of life and two different abilities, it helped me bridge that gap. You put these little pads on your body. Simple enough, right? But what's interesting about those pads, the current that it sends to your body, it's so comfortable, but they've done a great job here. It's able to execute muscle contraction at a very reduced low rate, where the body is aware of it and you get the benefits from the recovering, but it doesn't produce such a metabolic effect that it becomes toxic or difficult or painful. And that's great science. So now you're giving something to people that they can now utilize, and it's going to work. It's not hypothesis, it's not theory, it's not a scam. It's real evidence doing a real job. And I prided myself on 31 years of doing that. To kind of go back, what separates me from most people out there, I don't put anything out there that isn't the best and isn't supported by the best science today and to come, which I'm sure Marc Pro will continue down that same path.